Season 47, War number 9, and we are up against LOXC, and this time my team will be Silk, Mantis and Sunspot. I will be taking Path 6 in Section 1, Path 5 in Section 2, and then I will be taking a Photon, Titania, Werewolf by night and Bullseye mini-boss, along with that Silk boss, once again using Silk. So this time around I will be taking the same Bullseye as the previous two wars, but we came up with a better solution in Sunspot. More on that once we get there. Up first here we have an Immortal Abomination on the spiked armor node, and I will be taking this fight with Mantis. To start off with, I will throw on an advanced power boost, since I will also be utilizing that for the next fight. Might as well put it on this fight as well, to speed things up a little bit. To start off with, I will simply go for some light intercepts to ramp up the mixed emotions passives on the opponent, slowly building up power to my special 2, and then just a heavy charge into a special 2, and this fight will be over in less than 20 seconds. Now, I did take some poison damage here, which was totally avoidable if I slowed down my light attacks just a tiny bit to allow for the Tranquilize passive to actually reset on the opponent, but now it just means that I have to use a potion, which is not a big deal. Now this fight here is a Sauron on the critical setup and aggression prowess node, and I will be taking the fight with Silk. And as usual with these tactic defenders, the strat with Silk is to just get to that special 3, and the fight is essentially over. Just go for the triple fury rotation, and basically any opponent you might have in war will be dead before your full combo ends. Now for these fights I do have the Science Powerback boosts, which makes the Fury rotation even easier to pull off, but as I have shown before, having those boosts on is not necessary to get the 3 Furies for the special 2. It just makes it a little bit easier and forgiving if you mess up your combo for whatever reason. The fight itself, very simple. Sauron really didn't get to do anything, and that's basically how most of the Silk fights have gone this season anyways. She really is an extremely potent Alliance War attacker, just a shame that not that many people actually use her in war. Now, next up we have a Bishop on the Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist nodes, and I will be taking this fight with Silk as well. I will not be going for the special 3 rotation here. I didn't think it would be necessary, so just a special 2 to try to nuke this fight down quickly. Now, I underestimated how tanky this Bishop could be, and the first special 2 didn't even take him down to 50%, and now thanks to the oh so wonderful perfect hitboxes in this game, I missed a light intercept and got comboed. Now luckily though, whenever knocking down the opponent, Silk removes all the physical vulnerability debuffs from the opponent, and that just means that the Sadist node did not completely nuke me there, though it did still hurt quite a bit. Now at this point, I just gotta close out the fight. If I lose some health, it's fine, and I try to finish it with a special 1, what protection is up. Just not enough damage, which is... honestly, it was a stupid idea anyways. I knew it wouldn't work, but went for it anyways for some reason. Either way, another special 2 decks into an intercept with a special 1 to finish it out, and the fight is over. Had some trouble in there, but overall not really a difficult fight. Now then, we have an Absorbing Man here on the Ebb and Flow Intercept and Mighty Charge nodes, and I will be taking this fight with Silk as well. Now I will be healing up here, since for these wars we are trying to win, so I'm trying to be as boosted as possible, along with starting out these fights with as much health as possible. Now, the strat for this fight is basically just try to nuke this guy down with some special 2s, and that's about all there is to it. I need to make sure I can shut down the Uru mode, otherwise he will have a ton of physical resistance, which is the only damage source that Silk has, cutting down her damage output by quite a lot. So I go ahead and made a special 2 here, switch his modes, so that now he doesn't have the resistances. Go for a special 2 here, which almost takes him down, not quite enough. But a special 1 bait, punish with a heavy to shut down the regen and the form. Another combo, heavy and striker, and the fight is down. Now the invulnerability boost for this fight was in case I needed to use the special 3 rotation and pushed him to a special 3 without actually taking him down. The special 3 would have, or rather the invulnerability boost would have allowed me to eat the special, and since the special 1 was the last one I baited, I would not get melted by Incinerate, so it was just a backup option. Realistically, I needed it for this fight and hopefully the fight following afterwards. Now this Photon is on the Event Flow Knockdown and Right Back at It miniboss node along with Aggression Prowess, and I will be taking the fight with Mantis. Now, both of these are tactic champions, so overall the only thing I need to worry about really is Photon's own kit, which is simple enough to deal with if you know what you're doing, especially with Mantis, since if you play well, you will not get any debuffs throughout the whole fight, and that means the pure light form will never get a chance to trigger. And that said, my damage output here is not close to as high as it normally would be due to the ebb and flow knockdown protection, and I can't really shut it down either, since if I go for a heavy attack at any point, I consume the mixed emotions and then I would need to ramp up again for my special 2. So my game plan here is to just ignore the protection, or rather fully charge my special 2 and throw it into the protection, and just repeat that as many times as needed to take Photon down, provided I can do it properly. The fight is just gonna take a little while, but I should be able to take her down without losing any health whatsoever. Another special 2 here, let's see. It's some nice damage, but without the protection she would have been dead twice or maybe even 3 times by now. That said, this strat definitely worked out quite well. A quick special 2 here from the first hit of the heavy attack for the guaranteed crits, and Photon goes down. Now, no damage taken, it went basically as well as it could have gone, though there is actually a way to get the knockdown without consuming the mixed emotions. To do that, you would need to punish a special attack with your heavy attack, since the mixed emotions will not get consumed during the opponent's specials. That's not really something I am comfortable with or have practiced, so I didn't try to do it, but it is something you can do. Now this fight here is a Titania on the Power Focus 2 and Scared Stiff miniboss node, and I will be taking this fight with Mantis as well. If I can play it well, I should never have to worry about the root debuff here from Scared Stiff node, and all that's left is just a normal Titania with the defense tactic. Since she does have the defense tactic, I will do my best to not push her to a special 2, since, well, I don't really have to, or rather want to, deal with any forced intercepting. I'm just planning on baiting the special 1 and fully dexing it. That's the idea anyways, but I did make some mistakes here. Now then, I go for a single hit and a full heavy charge to a special 2. The damage is great, but it's just not enough to take her down since she is quite tanky. And now, I probably could have finished out the fight with a special 3 while I still had the 10 Fury passives. However, doing so would have pushed Titania to a special 2, and I did not have the invulnerability boost to protect me anymore, nor did I have the taunt from intercepting. That would have meant I needed to deal with an unblockable rooted special 2 from Titania, and I did not want to risk that. The dex is something that I can't do consistently, so I just had to wait it out, wait a special 1 instead. And now this fight has gone, well, from great to not so good. It's taken quite a while to close out the remaining health from her, and I have taken quite a bit of chip damage here as well. But overall, the fight is not too bad, really. Just gotta close it out, get the special 2 here, quick heavy charge into a special, and she should be dead. I don't need to charge it up or anything, just drop it, special 2, and down she goes. The fight did take a little bit over 2 minutes, which is quite long for a Mantis fight, but overall it wasn't horrible, and since that was the final Mantis fight of this war, I don't need to worry about healing either, so all is well. Though had I not gotten hit before in the fight, I probably would have thrown the special 3 and just eaten the special 2 with my invulnerability boost, but since I had gotten hit and consumed the boost, I couldn't do that. Either way, next up here we have a Werewolf by night on the power efficiency, and whatever else this mini-boss node has, I can't remember and I forget to check. Either way, I will be taking this fight with Silk, and the plan was to do the special 3 rotation, but seeing how hard Silk hits here, I decided to switch up the plan a little bit and go for a special 2 nuke instead. Now, I did mess up a special 1 dex there a little bit, but I did have the falter on the opponent since I threw a heavy attack to trigger it them. I didn't actually consume my evade that way, so I still have the safety net up. Now, at this point, the fight is essentially over, there's not much to say, and honestly, my explanation for this fight has not been great, but I'm not gonna redo this commentary anyways. I'm already in a rush to close out these war videos before the season starts, so you'll just have to deal with me and my less than ideal, well, comments about these fights, I guess. Either way, next up we have this Bullseye on the Stunning Reflection and Polka Dot Power mini-boss node, and I will be taking the fight with Sunspot. I have a White Magneto pre-fight here to help me out, so I wouldn't have to deal with the evade necessarily. And then, well, I do also have the Mutant Power Back boosts. Starting off, an advanced power boost to get a special 1 to ramp up first, and now the plan is to just get the special 2 with those incinerates feeding me power from the Polka Dot Power node, and then just nuke him down with the power back boosts. The White Magneto pre-fight cannot be shrugged by Bullseye, so even while the evade is up, I can throw a parry heavy whenever needed to get my incinerates back, inflict some more, and get the Stunning Reflection node off cooldown. Or rather, on cooldown, I guess, and that makes the fight extremely simple, and the power back boosts did work in my favor there, not giving me too much power or too little, and 2 special 2s was just enough to take him down. Gotta say that was a lot more fun using Sunspot than using Nick Fury for it, and that seems like quite a safe fight as well, so likely gonna have to do that again in future wars. And now, as we already see here, we have the final fight of the war, a Silk boss once again that I will be taking with my own Silk, and because I have already explained this fight many times before, you have seen this fight many times before, you probably don't even care anymore at this point, so I'm not gonna go ahead and explain it any further. I'm just gonna let it play out, and I'll see you once the fight is over with the results screen. And here we go. One swift kick to the chin and the fight is over. Yet another Silk boss soloed. No real issues there. And as for the results, we did end up winning the war 22-8. So not our best war, but we will certainly take it since we did try to win this one.